Hi, welcome. It's Meredith. I am here with our message for Thursday, the 3rd of September, 2020. We're using Wheel of the Year Tarot for our message, and we're going to jump right in. No Q&A today. We'll take a little break from the questions for now. All right, cards from the bottom of the deck. This is energy charging the atmosphere for us, and our first is... Look at this, back again, 10 of Cups. Happiness and bliss, fulfillment, satisfaction. This is where it's at for us. You know, this shows up day after day in the cards for us. So this is our default. This is, isn't that an amazing default? If you've got one at all, to have it be a 10 of Cups style of energy. It's happiness and bliss and connection, happy homes, families, friendships, connections, relationships, career, how you are of service. It's all in some wave of bliss, in varying degrees of bliss. And isn't that wonderful? Wow. So this is solid for us. This is a great confirmation of stability, that this card continues to show up over and over. It's the Ace of Cups. 10 times over. That's tremendous loving overflow on offer to us from the divine all that is. What's coming with it? Yeah, Death card. Okay, what a great contrasting card to it, you know. It's simultaneous endings and beginnings there on the Death card, but you have to take a look at that scythe on this card. That's impressive. And this is exactly the kind of energy that we are wielding on our foundation. Because in order for this 10 to maintain and stay and continue to grow in a healthy, harmonized, merciful way, we need to know how to use this Death card. We need to have an understanding and to embrace what it is, to let go of what doesn't serve, to make way for what is overflowing out of all these cups. What's overflowing out of all these cups is what we hold in heart space, what our soulful presence inspires us to create, inspires us to offer in our broadcast, within our sphere of influence. And it's just getting better and better all the time. In fact, someone recently commented just that on the channel from one of these readings. It just keeps getting better, and I agree with it, because we're having we're having quite an experience of liberation and freedom. You know, yesterday we saw 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords together. We were really letting some stuff go. That is using the scythe here on the Death card. For the longest time we were seeing at intervals Death card with High Priestess. So there was a universal force helping us move things off the foundation that didn't serve. There's still a universal force at work, at play, in harmony with us, but we are more hands-on, more in participation of this process at this time, because we've got this 10 firmly under our feet, and that is miraculous for so many of us. And we are really churning out the joy and the happiness. What comes with the Death card? The Tower. Look at that. Back again, it was in yesterday's reading too. And let's really consider the meaning that I've offered up on this card, in that we are being cracked open to allow the light within us to shine as brightly as possible. Anything that we've been holding or preventing from the light, we're letting it go. We're seeing that happen in our 10 of Cups. This is what produces the overflow. It's our decision to be our authentic selves, to share authentically, to be real and be the love and light that we are. That's why we are in such appreciation of the Death card and its presence, because it's all about staying in a dynamic flow of this energy and being a participant, not being swept away by old ego stories that would have us live by limits. I'll be happy when's, right? We're not doing that. We're in the driver's seat, and it's the universe is the fuel. All right. Yeah, look at this. Here's the 4 of Coins back again. I think we had this on Monday. Super stable card. So here's more confirmation coming back around for us in that we are in just the right kind of atmosphere to let go. The Four of Coins is kind of a grasping, holding on card. It's called the Miser. Pardon. And when we hold anything back, we prevent ourselves from being fully in the flow, don't we? And if we're trying really, really hard to keep it all in the bag, keep it all under wraps, how do you create more flow? How do you continue to have a Ten of Cups experience, right? You don't. Things dam up. We get boulders in the river of life, and we have to remove those obstacles. And we're becoming masters at doing that, recognizing where we're doing it and taking action immediately. Death card. All right, coming next. Oh, look at this. Four of Wands. Happiest card. Minor suit. Another four. Super stable foundation in which to be a great witness to what is rising to be swept off the foundation, so that your light can shine even brighter. And as it shines even brighter, it fuels more of this Ten of Cups type of energy. Beautiful, beautiful. This is amazing connection within self-relationship, and amazing connection as a result in all of our relationships. So everything is upgrading. Upgrading in a Ten of Cups style. Ace of Cups to the power of 10, overflowing with pure raw love and bliss into our world. Yes. That's why we do this. That's why we call the Death card. That's why we tear down towers. If we're holding ourselves back, we're tearing down the walls and letting ourselves out and free. I'm thinking again of the 3 and the 8 of Swords in yesterday's reading. And now we have the Queen of Coins. Mother of the material. Yes. She's wonderful confirmation of our participation. She understands that everything that she does is important. It pays reward to the present, and it pays reward forward. So that's why we continue in this flow. She confirms that for us. She also confirms the message that we are becoming masters at this, because kings and queens offer us their self-mastery. Next we have, look at this. There's no fooling around in these cards. Here's the Empress. Pure raw love. And she speaks to cycles, rhythms, and gestation, nurturing. And I feel her presence here in the middle of the reading. Now, we had this, I believe, on Monday too. She was with the Queen of Wands and Justice, if I recall correctly. So she was filling the center of the reading with this beautiful, nurturing, loving energy. And this is exactly the kind of self-care that we are giving ourselves so that we can continue to produce this. And this is a card that calls us back to eclipse season last year. We really are experiencing reward of prior effort. I feel that so strongly here, and it is the readings from this time last year. Let's go from July through September last year. I know, I sense, I feel that I recall correctly, we were getting messages of how we may not necessarily see what's going on behind the scenes, but we have to trust that there's a lot going on behind the scenes. So when it looks like nothing's happening, everything's happening. And in this past year, as the Wheel of Fortune has been turning for us, we have begun to see the divine delivery system drop on our foundation, the Ten of Cups life experience and scenarios that we were in excited anticipation for back then. So we are continuing to fuel that flow with our excited anticipation, our love, and our light. And we are getting so much better at removing obstacles from our past. We are no longer grasping, gripping, and holding like on the 4, and we're participating in the flow. And that's why you're seeing the kind of reward that you're seeing now, the kind of cards that we are seeing now. And coming with, look at this, coming with the Empress is the World. Fulfillment, more and more fulfillment just keeps showing up in our cards. And this message quite literally is reward for prior effort. It is one of the most welcome cards to see in tarot because it delivers the message of the Sun, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Coins, and the Ten of Cups collectively in one card. And that is amazing. And you know this week we've seen all of those cards. Okay, coming next. Yes, beautiful. Seven of Pentacles. I love this card. This could be another representation of the Empress as far as I'm concerned. But we are the fruit that's on the vine. We are ripening. When we're picking the ripe fruit now, and we're celebrating that, we're enjoying that, and we're sharing that. And we're also really enjoying the cycle of how this is all moving through in sort of an infinity loop for us, and we're at the center of that. The Seven of Coins here, it's really matured in our readings from a card of somewhat frustrated waiting to the blessing of allowing. We know that the fruit on the vine is sweetest when it's ripe. You don't pick it too soon. And we're witnessing the cycle of that whole process. So a variety of things are ripening for us. They are in varying degrees of harvest at this time. And I feel that we have aligned with that type of flow. So we are not feeling like we're going without. We are not feeling like we're waiting for anything to happen. We are actively participating in the unfolding rewards of prior efforts. And coming with this is now the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. And look, another harvest card in this deck. So that confirms what I was just saying. Some of this fruit isn't ready, but some of it is. And we're picking what's ready and we're enjoying it. And we know that more is coming. Because we continue to make this kind of energetic investment contribution to the 10. And you could consider the Death card weeding the garden. Yeah. All right. Angel answers, folks. This is a great time to ask a question if you have one. Oh, I love this card. Be assertive. Yes. Dynamically. Move. Step forward assertively. And coming right behind it, let go. There's confirmation of our 4. Keep doing it. Keep weeding the garden. Big happy changes. You know what I'm going to say about that. It's the happy that makes the big change. And we have evidence of that now. And it's showing up in our 10s. It's showing up in our aces. It's showing up all over the readings. So it's, you know, more and more confirmation of the spiritual journey, the spiritual path we've been walking over the past year, 18 months or so. So definitely pat yourselves on the back because it's fantastic journey work. And then, last but certainly not least, emphatic success. Yes, indeed. Need I say more? I don't think so. All right. Our contemplative question for the day from the Soul Truth deck. Am I letting fear stop me? Certainly. From time to time it does. And, pardon. Those are great moments for pause. The pause in the action, the pause for enlightenment, the Hanged Man. If you feel fearful, validate it. Don't resist it, you know. Allow the feeling to rise up. It may have something more to teach us. And pour the love on it and keep going. Don't quit, right? Be assertive. Let go, because it's the happy that's making the big changes successfully for us. I think that fear is something we come by naturally. It really is the job of the ego to keep us safe. It's just that sometimes that gets a little out of hand. And when it does, we've got tools to work with that. What have I not considered is a great question. So if fear is stopping you in some way, what have you not considered? What could you do differently? How would the divine like to move through you in those moments? Right? And last but not least, our affirmation from Universe Has Your Back. I just pulled yesterday's card. I honor how I want to feel. Mm-hmm. Do it. Express yourself. All right, folks. As always, thank you so much for joining me, tuning in, watching, leaving your comments, liking, sharing, and subscribing. It is all so, so appreciated. You are a blessing to do these readings for and with. Peace, love, joy, happiness. Namaste.